This an anthem you can bounce around.
Kinetic potential, kinetic potential, kinetic.
All right, look, man, this is what we all here for. First of all, thank you guys so much for doing that. So just in terms of process, how I think we might be able to cover this is, Naomi, maybe you can go back to some of the initial slides, and then we can take each slide one by one and then ask the judges if they have any comment or feedback based on what you guys presented.
Question. Well, first, great job, guys. That was awesome. But I wanted to ask, did you guys consult with any other actual concierge services to get their input about what they think in this current climate, how they're succeeding, and some ideas from them? Or did you guys, which is great. I mean, you guys have tons of great information, but once you actually consulted with the actual concierge services out there.
Mr. Jim was kind enough to offer an incentive, not that we wouldn't have done a great job otherwise, but we were incentivized by Friday if our judges really enjoy what we presented to have a catered Grubhub lunch delivered to each of our houses, even for our member in Florida. B, get half the day off. So, you know, it's a Friday. I'm sure everyone would really like to get out of the house.
Will you guys be doing any, we asked a question about, you know, did you do any research in any concierge services? Will you be doing any research on other concierge services that may exist right now, just to kind of compare and contrast how you guys can elevate what you're doing, or just differentiate yourselves from other places?
We did research, but not in the way of contacting any other services, just because he gave us a limited amount of time. Not that that's an excuse, of course, but we weren't really sure how to go about it. So we did take time trying to figure out what exactly we should do, how we should work on it. And we kind of wanted original ideas about what we should do and how we should take it. And by looking at other services, we may fall into like a copy of them. And we kind of want it to stand out, as KP does already, when we provide different things. So I think that we all just agreed that we wanted our own personal ideas to be a part of it, while also having the research facts that could also be beneficial.
Great answer.
Seeing as we're unemployed, we kind of thought to ourselves, like, what would we like?
No, that makes total sense. Makes total sense. Thank you.
Did you guys talk to people who are unemployed, and can you talk a little bit more about the child care services in particular, and what led you guys to think about that?
Yeah, so for this slide, as we mentioned on the next slide, we kind of took, personal experiences. So in my role as a supervisor on the first few days, there were some challenges that I hadn't previously thought about. And one of those was childcare. A lot of our participants, expressed to us that, hey, I might have to drop out for 15 minutes. Like, I need to take care of my child. And that was something that, it was more common than I thought. And I hadn't even really thought about that initially, but I feel like it's a unique aspect that a lot of people who are unemployed, it just adds another layer to kind of their complex situation, and being able to, help alleviate some of what they have going on their plate would really help them be able to focus on, their career and kind of getting back into unemployment. And as for some of these other services, I kind of thought about, so I'm a college student, so I kind of thought about the services that our career services kind of offers, which like the career management. And then I also took aspects of the WIOA program, which is like the workforce training. And as a young person myself, kind of trying to navigate coming up in this unique situation, financial services, like how do I best manage my money so that I can make sure that I can take care of myself in the long term. So that's kind of where those came from.
So guys, just kind of looking at this, and great presentation and all that, from a real world perspective, right? This is a great presentation, right?
First off, great presentation, great information. I just had maybe one or two questions. The first question would be outreach. What's going to be like the outreach method in regards to people being aware of this service. I know you all have an app and things of that nature, but as far as outreach and for as rapport with local businesses and local citizens in the area, like how would your outreach be in your rapport with different businesses and different clients?
A good place to start would be like schools. If you want to go to schools and have some of us who attend schools and can partner with this program can go and advertise for it, have t-shirts, put out flyers, have an online sign-up sheet if they're interested in it. And maybe like whoever is part of the concierge team can do that and be more involved so that when they meet these people and they decide to join and participate, that they already have that foundation of knowing each other. And that
This was a nice Zoom call presentation. I learned a lot from this presentation, and Aaliyah and Naomi and Jim, if you can share this with me, I would like to highlight this for this week in regards to like accomplishment for the program. Each week we like to highlight employers, and I definitely would like to provide this to my team and to our social media account.
Are you giving them the thumbs up to go forward and continue their research and answer some of these questions, or you think they should go ahead and we should put this one aside?
I mean, I would recommend, I forget the other guy, he said this is like the phase one. I would definitely try to strengthen my market research. Like I say, maybe find out what other agents, concierge companies are doing. And I'll take it maybe 1 or 2 more steps further. But if they had to start today, I think it's enough information to start today and just kind of like learn as you go.
Kinetic potential, kinetic potential, kinetic potential, kinetic.